Hey there, Icarus here. Just bought this new private submarine here. Got it at a real discount price. I think previous owners had a bit of a mishap, so they just needed to get rid of stock. But in either case, it's fun to just drop it into the local cursed lake and see what's going on. Because, I like more than just the materialistic things. I like knowledge. In fact, I'm proud of this map I've got here. It gives me a good readout of the territory because the only way I can actually navigate is by taking a still image of whatever's in front of the sub at any given time. But hey, we got coordinates, we've got a map, we've got a way of visualizing our surroundings, and no, it's totally not Iron Lung recreated in Doom. It's very legally distinct. It's called Doomed Lung. Now, if you're not familiar with the conceit of Doomed Lung, or more importantly, I guess its inspiration in Iron Lung, this sees you sealed within a submersible beneath an ocean of blood, and you're tasked with visiting various points of interest on that aforementioned map and taking pictures of what you find. The conceit itself is inherently kind of spooky, kind of anxiety-inducing, sealed in this metal tube very, very far below the surface where if something went wrong, the pressure would just comprehensively squish you like a bug. But beyond that, where Iron Lung really excels is its sense of immersion, its sense of atmosphere. You get the sound of the sub creaking around you, the sound of eerie creatures in the dark waters outside. However, comparing to the soundscape in Doomed Lung, you can't help but feel that there's a few ingredients missing. It's a little blur. The sound of the buttons and the trill of the proximity alert are the most you'll hear for the vast majority of the time. That said, it does lull you into a false sense of complacency. Once you start locking yourself into the rhythm of checking the map, matching up your coordinates, and forging ahead with getting to your destination, it's easy to forget that there may be other things lurking. In terms of the stuff to discover down here, amusingly, it seems to be largely composed of typical items you'd find strewn around your average Doom level, be it a floor lamp, a stone spike, the corpse of a baron, or maybe even a familiar wall texture. But when it comes to inflicting a bit of terror on the player, it takes a good long while. As I said before, it lets you settle into that rhythm and gets you focused on that raw task of navigation, particularly in the more tighter squeeze sections. That said, when the mod finally decided to bring the hammer down, I was thoroughly spooked. Now, breaking this down is quite fun, because as far as I can tell, you are not piloting this literal box of a submarine around the sea floor of this environment. Instead, what I imagine is that this box exists outside of that field, outside of the map. And instead, what you're doing when you fiddle with these buttons that change your orientation and move you forwards, you're actually just moving the camera, which that screen at the front is connected to. And whenever you hit the button, it just sends you a snapshot of it. And bound to that, obviously, if you bump into any walls or whatever else may conceivably be down there, that's what will give you your game over. It's ingeniously done, I gotta be honest. I love it to bits. But yeah, Doomed Lung, a really neat recreation of Iron Lung within Doom. As I said earlier, my main criticism would be that it ironically doesn't have as much atmosphere as it should, because that, in my opinion, is what carries a lot of the experience in general. But still, real neat. Would recommend. Link in the description below. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to let me know with a like, subscribe, comments, and all that stuff. And if you really fancy helping out, there's a Patreon link where from as little as $1 a month you can join this esteemed list scrolling up screen right now. But until next time, this has been Mr. Icarus. Thank you very much for watching this short and sweet edition of Doom Mod Madness. Icarus out.